there are things that you do and you don't, there's no bullshit. You cut directly to the chase. And I feel like some people may hold back, let me just be your friend, hold back. And then next thing you know, when they're finally it's driven them nuts about what someone else has done, then it comes out wrong. And now
or they quit, or they're fucking mad, or they hate your guts.
Exactly.
Those lessons are really hard learned. I was working as a general manager at a restaurant I opened. It was a really hard open, and I was over my skis. You know, you're never.
How old were you?
I was like 30. Yeah. It was a couple of years ago, and I was over my skis. I hadn't done this job. I didn't understand what the job meant, right? The job is being a general manager of a restaurant, or being the boss, right? Like the one that you're like you're at the top of the food chain in terms of like whatever you're controlling next to like the CEO or the executive, right? It's not about the things. Like, you can figure out how to do schedules and you can figure out how to do operational stuff, right? That stuff will come. It's muscle memory. It's fucking 10,000 hours. You will get it if you have any talent at all. Yeah. It's understanding the pressure. The pressure is what fucking will break you in half. And standing in the storm and taking all the pressure from the owners and all that shit, and not combusting or bursting into tears or being like, fuck this place and let's light it on fire and lock everyone in here. Yeah. That's the hardest part. So it's definitely over my skis, and I have a very strong personality, and I can be pretty peppery and fiery. So without any temper to that, like without that being tempered and somebody tempering me, I would, be really curt and rude and not motivating enough. I thought there was only one way to motivate people, by fear or by. And this girl who was an incredible server was like, I'm putting my notice in. And I was like, no. And she was like, well, we had an hour talk outside. And she was like, I'm not going to quit. I'm so glad we talked. I wish we had done this before. And I always remember that moment, because now I can sense when I feel people are unhappy or like something's going on. And I'm like, let's talk. Yeah. What do you want to talk? Are you mad? Is there something I can do? This is why I'm doing this. Tell me what's going on, especially if we want to keep people, right? Yeah. The only thing you have in a restaurant or in a business is the people you have and the culture you have. And that's the only thing that fucking matters. That's it. Anyone telling you any different is a fucking liar and doesn't get it. It's culture. Culture eats everything else.